Hi, everyone. Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Robyn Zimmerman. Well, guess what? It's time for football, high school football. This coming Friday, we have a big game between a private school and a public school, Battery Creek and John Paul II.
That's right. The game
We have Marcus Walsh. As you know, he's our sports announcer, play-by-play.
He's ready to get into it.
I'm ready. I'm ready to roll. I've been ready for weeks.
And then Daniel Cort, he's a color commentary person. Does that make sense?
Sure.
It does.
All right.
One thing that I'll say quickly about this game, it originally was going to be at JP2, but Cross and JP2 are sharing the field this year.
Okay.
Cross has the home game, so the game got moved to Battery Creek.
Why is it such a big game, Marcus?
Well, I mean, every game's huge. This game in particular, being that we're talking high school league versus Skeeza, you don't see those games as much. The first game that we ever did together was THA Bluffton, high school league Skeeza. It ended up being a barn burner of a football game.
Okay.
I think we're going to expect much of the same. Key to that game that we're going to see on Friday is obviously who's going to be able to make the big play. JP2's got some talent. Battery Creek, winless so far. Both teams just a couple of wins with two young coaches in at the helm. Going to be some big keys to look out for in a great season.
All right, so that's this Friday, but we've got a big season. This is the fourth year that we have been involved
Fourth
with
year of Walsh and Cort.
the high school football bowl
4 years,
series.
man.
Yeah.
Crazy. 4 years together.
They thought they'd get rid of us. Not going to happen, is it?
Couldn't do it.
And Daniel is actually in Main Stage Community Theaters, Jekyll and Hyde. He is the lead. And
Get your
we'll
tickets today.
That's right, and he'll be
Yep.
missing rehearsal on Friday because he's going to be doing the game.
course.
But Daniel, talk about the season. You know, what do you think about this upcoming football season for high school?
Well, we've got a lot of great games, like always. One of the games that I look to, well, it's going to be actually the last game that we broadcast in October, is I always love the rivalry games.
It's actually in November. We'll have two
Oh, that's
games
right, it will
that
be
we're
in
doing in
November.
November 1st and 8th.
Why so late?
Because the schedule got changed with the
Okay.
reconfiguration, the realignment,
Right.
all this stuff. We'll have a bunch more information on that as the season goes on.
And being a Bluffton resident, you know, I like to watch Bluffton and May River. That's
Look
been a
out for the
budding
Sharks this year.
rivalry. The Sharks are strong. Bluffton always puts a lot of talent on the field. Great young coach in Hayden Gregory. That'll be exciting. This week's game, though, I'm really the things that I'm looking for as the keys are just, you know, you got public school depth in Battery Creek versus private school. Typically a little bit more shallow because of the student bodies are lighter. So it'll just a lot of talent on both sides. It'll just be interesting to see how that plays out as the game goes in deeper into the game because, you know, it's still warm and cramping is usually an issue.
Okay. And you all work together so well. You do the play-by-play and the color. And how do you know when to stop talking and then let the other person?
We don't.
Yes, we do. A lot. I learned years ago that I've got to be in tune with my partner.
Okay.
Especially on the play-by-play side of things. It's a constant ebb and flow, and I think we do a very good job.
We're
of it.
doing
Is it
a-
perfect? No, but
We're doing a waltz.
Yeah,
We
it's
really
back and
not
forth.
a Marcus Walsh, but a Marcus waltz.
Oh, God.
there you go.
But you know, and a lot of it too is chemistry. You know,
Yeah.
we're good friends. We both have a passion for sports and football in general. And you know, we get in there, we find our rhythm early on. I just kind of follow his lead,
Okay.
and he gives me the cues, and
then
it works.
You know when it's time for him to.
Right.
And color
And
commentary.
I lead him into a lot of things too.
And color commentary is you give more like interesting facts about the player.
It's
or,
the analysis of why something happens.
You're
the way
doing
it
the
does
facts. This
and
is what's
how it
happening. This
happens.
tackle,
That's
blah, blah,
exactly
blah.
right.
Marcus is masterful at doing research too. He puts a lot of time and effort into this. He always finds those little stories that you wouldn't know otherwise that he brings out to add, you know, a lot of heart and credibility to the broadcast. It's not just football; it's about community, and he's wonderful at doing that.
Real quick, who's one team that you're looking forward to seeing most this year?
Well, I always love watching Beaufort and Bryce Librand over there, you know, state champions a few years ago. And like you said, May River is...
I am so high on May River and
They're
6-4A
they're
this year.
budding again. Well, they had a little drop off. They lost their head coach.
They had a drop off. They
Okay.
lost their head coach. The attitude changed, but they've been practicing hard. They've been changing routines of diet and exercise and strength training and They've rebuilt the program, folks. Wow. Look out for the Sharks this year.
Yep.
All right, and you can watch the games on WHHI-TV
right.
with Daniel and Marcus. It's going to be a great year.
Are you ready for some football?
I'm ready for some football. Summit Services is the main sponsor.
Thank you, Summit Services. We'll see you Friday night.
Thank you, guys. Have a good game.
Thanks, Robyn.
Friday.